Hello friends, welcome to another video of mine. I'm so glad you guys are here. If you are new here, my name is Rachelle. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you all my thoughts on my Kindle Paperwhite 11th generation after using it for 1 year. And I will also be sharing with you guys my thoughts on whether or not I think you should upgrade to the 12th generation Paperwhite or even the newest Kindle, the Kindle Color Soft. Last year, I created a video where I shared with you all my thoughts on the Kindle Paperwhite 11th gen after using it for a month. So this video is basically just an updated version of my thoughts. But if you did want to watch my previous video, I will have that video linked in my description box below. I just wanted to give you guys a little warning though, because I am currently getting over a cold, so my voice sounds a little bit weird right now, so I apologize in advance for that. And it's actually kind of funny because when I filmed this video last year, it was around the same time. It was in November and I was also getting over a cold then. So it's kind of funny how in both of my Kindle videos, I'm getting over a cold. I want to tell you guys about Magic Mind's mental performance shots. Today will be my 15th day taking these shots, and I learned from Magic Mind that caffeine doesn't actually give you energy. It actually blocks the neuroreceptors that tell you you're tired. So when the receptors unblock around 3 hours later, that's when you'll start to feel a caffeine crash, and that's of course when you'll start to feel sluggish. Theanine is actually an ingredient in these mental performance shots, and it prevents the full blocking of your receptors, so it reduces the caffeine crash and the jitters you feel. With these shots, I get around 7 to 8 hours of productivity flow. Also, something I discovered while taking these mental performance shots is that they help with immunity. There was one day where I was feeling like I was gonna get sick. I was getting a little bit congested, but I decided to take one of these shots and it immediately cleared up my sinuses. It was like magic. So not only do these shots help you to focus and be more productive, but they are also effective immunity shots as well. So if you're looking for something to boost your cognition and energy and reduce the procrastination and stress you feel, I recommend you try these mental performance shots from Magic Mind. I will have their link to their website in my description box below. And if you use my code RachelleOut20, you can get 20% off your first purchase. Let's take this shot right now and get on with the video. Let's first talk about the Kindle model I have and all the accessories I have for it. I currently have my Kindle set to show the book cover, so I'm currently reading Behind the Net. It is a hockey romance. Like I said earlier, I have the Kindle Paperwhite 11th generation in the color black. This has 16 gigabytes of storage. Now 16 gigabytes might not seem like a lot, but for a Kindle it's plenty because I haven't even used half of the storage yet on this Kindle. I also have the Kindle with no ads. I didn't have that option to choose whether or not I wanted ads because I live in Canada and Amazon Canada only sells Kindles without ads. So I guess for all you Canadians out there like myself, I guess we can call ourselves lucky because we don't have to pay extra to get our Kindles without ads. I think the Kindles with ads only applies in the US. I also have a screen protector on my Kindle. It's a fairly big screen, so I like having a screen protector so it protects it from getting scratches. On my Kindle, I also have a clear case, and as you can see, I decorated with a lot of stickers. Here's a pro tip: if you want to decorate your Kindle with stickers, don't actually stick the stickers. What I do is I lay my Kindle down, put the stickers on my Kindle without actually sticking it, and then I just put the clear case on my Kindle and that holds the stickers in place. The unfortunate thing is that sometimes these stickers move, but it's just something I decided to live with because I used to stick the stickers onto my Kindle with a piece of Scotch tape, but I keep these stickers on my Kindle over a few months. I don't change them out very often. So there was this one time where I kept it on for maybe a season, 4 months, and when I decided to change my stickers, I started peeling them off my Kindle. I discovered that the Scotch tape actually left some residue on my Kindle, and it was actually really difficult to take off the residue. I actually had to scrub the back of my Kindle really hard just to get it off. Wiping it lightly with a wet cloth or an alcohol wipe would not help at all. You really had to scrub it, and I did not want to do that every single time, so I decided to stop using Scotch tape to stick my stickers onto my Kindle. On my clear case, I also attached a MagSafe ring sticker. It's not for wireless charging because this version of the Kindle does not have wireless charging. I use this MagSafe ring for my pop socket, which is attached to this magnetic base. So it makes it super easy to take my pop socket on and off because sometimes I just don't want a pop socket on my Kindle. If my pop socket wasn't attached to this magnetic base, it would kind of just be stuck on my case, and it would definitely feel really weird to just hold my Kindle over the pop socket. It just wouldn't be as comfortable in my hand to hold it over the pop socket. So this is why you might see a lot of people with their pop socket attached to a magnetic base. But this magnetic base I have is different from a lot of the ones that people have, because this base I have actually has a kickstand attached to it. I can just flip this down and it can stand on its own when I put it on a flat surface. I bought this base for this exact reason because I thought it was so useful. I don't think many people have this one, but I honestly think if you're going to invest in a magnetic base, I would get this one. It's a little pricey, but it's really worth it. Something that would pair so nicely with this magnetic base are those Kindle page turners, where you would have a remote and you would just click the button to turn the page. I don't have one of those yet, but it's on my wish list. The last Kindle accessory I have though is this Kindle Pouch. I usually only use this pouch when I'm carrying a large backpack or a tote bag, because sometimes I'm carrying big stuff in my bag, like a laptop or like a water bottle. And a lot of those times I find that these heavier objects kind of just crush the smaller things in my bag. And yes, I have a clear case on my Kindle, so my Kindle is protected, but when I just throw my Kindle into a backpack or a tote bag, it can still get crushed even with a clear case on it. So I got this padded sleeve to give my Kindle that extra layer of protection. I got this Kindle sleeve from Etsy. It's so adorable. I will have all of these accessories listed down below in my description box, just in case you guys want to check them out and get the same ones. The only thing I won't have listed down there is this marble purple pop socket. I got this a long time ago, way before I got my Kindle, and I just decided to reuse it on my Kindle, so I'm not exactly sure you can find the exact same thing anymore. Let's move on to the things I like and don't like about the Kindle Paperwhite 11th generation after using it for 1 year. I actually really like the size of this Kindle. It has a 6.8-inch display, and I think it's the perfect size. It's not too big and it's not too small to read on. It fits perfectly in your hand, especially with a pop socket on. So it's definitely very comfortable when you're holding the Kindle in your hand when you're reading, and it's also the perfect size when you're going out and about. I love using a fanny pack whenever I'm going out, and this Kindle fits perfectly in one. For reference, I used a Lululemon 2-liter fanny pack, and this Kindle fits perfectly inside the fanny pack. Any bigger would be too big. This Kindle is also super lightweight, so it travels easily. And the next feature I'm going to talk about, I don't use too often, but when I do need it, it's great. It has an adjustable warm light, so it's easier on your eyes when you're reading in the dark. I also really like the e-ink technology of this Kindle because it doesn't feel like I'm looking at a screen at all. When I look at a screen for a long time, my eyes usually get really strained, but with this Kindle, I don't have that issue. I also like how this Kindle has a glare-free screen, so I can read in direct sunlight without having any reflection issues. Another cool feature about this Kindle is that it is waterproof IPX8. I haven't tested it myself because I never find myself reading my Kindle when I'm close to water, but it'll definitely be an important feature for you guys if you like to read by the beach or by the pool or even read in the bathtub. You don't have to worry about dropping this thing in the water because it is waterproof. Also, what's really cool about this Kindle is you can change the font of the Kindle and you can change the size and if you want bolded text or not. So you can absolutely customize your reading style on the Kindle. This next feature I'm going to tell you guys about is my absolutely favorite feature on the Kindle, and that feature is that this Kindle has a built-in dictionary. For example, I want to look up the word shoulders. So all I gotta do is click and hold on the word shoulders, and then the dictionary definition of shoulders will pop up right in front of you. It's that easy to look up a word on the Kindle. And the best part of this built-in dictionary is that you don't need Wi-Fi to use it. With a physical book, I will actually have to pull out my phone to look up a word if I didn't know it. And a lot of the times I find that I don't even do that because I'm just too lazy to do it. And also, to use a dictionary on my phone, I would need Wi-Fi or cell service. And sometimes I find myself in places with really bad cell service or reception, which makes looking up a word literally impossible. Also, another feature I really like about this Kindle is how it has an X-ray feature. So let's say I come across a character and I don't remember who they are, and that actually happens to me a lot when I'm reading fantasies on my Kindle. So let's say I don't remember who Daisy is. So all I gotta do is click and hold Daisy and then press the magnifying glass, and then I will say search up Daisy in this book, and then it will show you every page with the word Daisy on it, and it has a little paragraph so you can briefly read it and remind yourself who Daisy is. I also like how the Kindle tracks your reading habits, so it will tell you how long it will take you to finish reading the chapter and also the book. I depend on this feature a lot because I am not someone who likes to stop reading in the middle of a chapter, so when I'm in a time crunch, I will look at how long it will take me to finish this chapter to determine whether or not I should start the chapter or not. So if I find that I don't have enough time to finish it, I just won't start reading the chapter at all. The Kindle is also great because it connects directly to Goodreads, so when I finish a book on my Kindle, I can rate the book on the Kindle and it will immediately update my Goodreads. The battery on the Kindle is also amazing. If you read on your Kindle every day for long periods of time, it will obviously die a little bit faster. I read a max of like 30 minutes per day on my Kindle, and my battery life right now is currently 40%, and I haven't charged my Kindle in a month or a little over a month now. I also have Kindle Unlimited and I really like it because I can have a library of books with me at all times. Let's say I'm out and about and I finish reading a book, I can immediately start a new book at the same time. Also, Kindle Unlimited is great because there's so many books to choose from, and if you're someone like me who likes to read book talk books, there are so many popular book talk books on KU. There are a ton of popular romances and a lot of mystery thrillers, and also the fantasy section is slowly growing. And Kindle Unlimited is only $9.99 Canadian plus tax, so it really is affordable for a subscription. The only thing I don't love about this Kindle is how it's not in color. This isn't a deal breaker for me because I only highlight short quotes and I also make very short notes as well, so it doesn't really bother me. If I really want to go into detail and color code my notes when I'm annotating a book, I would just prefer a physical copy anyways. I think having a colored Kindle would be nice, but it's not like an absolute necessity for me. But if having a colored Kindle is really important to you, stay tuned because I'll share more e-reader options with you later on in this video. Moving on to my thoughts on whether or not you should upgrade your Kindle to the 12th generation. In my opinion, if you already have the 11th gen like myself, I don't think it's worth it to upgrade, and that's why I'm not doing it myself. Now granted, I don't have the 12th generation, so I can't do a side-by-side comparison on the two models, but I did watch a lot of reviews comparing the 11th to the 12th gen, and from those videos I watched, I decided that it was not worth it to upgrade, and let me tell you why. Both the 11th generation and the 12th are almost identical. There are only very small differences between the two. The 12th generation has a 7-inch display versus the 6.8-inch display on the 11th gen. The size difference is so small in my opinion. I really don't think it makes a huge difference. Also, on the 12th gen display, it has a warmer tint, while the 11th gen has a cooler tint. Again though, this isn't something that really bothers me. I personally do not notice the cool tint on my 11th gen right here. The 12th gen is also slightly faster when turning a page. As you can see here on the 11th gen, it takes a beat to turn the page, but it's still pretty fast. On the 12th gen, the page turning feature is almost instant, but does having a slightly faster page turner make me want to get the new Kindle? Not really, because I still think the page turning speed on the 11th gen is still pretty fast and it's good enough for me. If it took a minute or even 30 seconds to turn a page, then yeah, probably I would consider upgrading to the 12th gen. But since it's only like a split second difference, I personally don't see a need to upgrade. Now the next thing I'm about to say only applies in the US, and that is the 12th gen Paperwhite comes in 3 different colors. You can choose between the colors black, jade, and raspberry. However, the color is only on the back of the Kindle. The front of the Kindle still has the black borders, but if you live in Canada like myself, the Kindle Paperwhite 12th gen is only available in black. Now, if you bought the Kindle Paperwhite Signature Edition in Canada, there is the option to choose between the colors black and raspberry, but you would have to pay a little bit more money just to get the Signature Edition. Also, the Kindle Paperwhite 12th gen is a little bit more expensive than the 11th gen. I am going to be listing Canadian dollars. I paid around $120 for the 11th gen last year. Now I did get it when it was like 20% off, so let's call this Kindle $145. The 12th gen Paperwhite goes for $185 right now. So are these few upgrades worth the extra $40? In my opinion, no. Now if you don't have a Kindle yet and you are buying your first Kindle, or if your current Kindle is a much older model, then yeah, I'd say maybe it's worth it to spend a little bit more money to get the newest Kindle. But if you are simply upgrading from the 11th gen to the 12th gen, I personally say save your money and wait for a later version of the Kindle where there's more differences. For example, you can maybe save your money for the Kindle Color Soft. This is the first Kindle device in color, but unfortunately, I believe the Kindle Colorsoft is only available in the US right now. I don't know if there's a release date soon on the Colorsoft in Canada. If anyone from Amazon and Kindle is watching this video right now, please release the Colorsoft in Canada. I would love to do a side-by-side comparison of the Kindles and just an overall review of the Colorsoft one day, hopefully. But as I was saying, because I don't have the Colorsoft in my hands, I can't really give you a full review on how good the product is. From the reviews I saw though, I heard it's a really great device. It's pretty much the same as the Kindle Paperwhite 12th gen, but in color. However, it comes with 32 gigabytes of storage instead of 16 gigabytes like the black and white regular Paperwhites. And the battery life on the Colorsoft is a little bit shorter, sitting at around 8 weeks as opposed to 12 weeks on the 11th and the 12th gen Paperwhites. Overall though, the Colorsoft is perfect for those who want to annotate their books in color, but it's also great if you want to read graphic novels. I did hear it's quite pricey. I might be wrong, but I hear it's around $300 USD. So for my Canadian friends, the conversion rate will make the Kindle Colorsoft a little bit more expensive. But again, it's not available in Canada yet. So if you wanted the Colorsoft, you would have to make a little trip to the US just to get the Colorsoft. So to wrap up everything I just said, and you are totally free to agree or disagree with my thoughts, these are just my opinions. If you own the 11th gen Paperwhite, I don't think it's worth it to upgrade to the 12th gen Paperwhite, but you should still consider upgrading to the Kindle Colorsoft. If you own an older model of the Kindle, older than the 11th gen, or if you are buying your first Kindle, then yes, I think you should consider the 12th gen Paperwhite, or maybe even the Colorsoft if you were okay with the price. Or if you are looking for the most affordable option and you don't care to have the latest and the greatest features, I would honestly consider buying the 11th generation Paperwhite, because honestly this Kindle right here is still a great device. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful, especially if you are deciding to buy a new Kindle or upgrade your Kindle. Either way, I really do love my Kindle, and if you like to read, I highly recommend just having one, no matter which model you get. Before I go though, don't forget to check out Magic Mind. I absolutely love their mental performance shots and it definitely works. I will have their website linked in my description box below, and if you want to give them a try, don't forget you can use my code Rachelle20 to get 20% off your first purchase. And with that, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!
Pull the key out the ignition, run your mouth but I never listen. You hold me back, will never last, keep talking all your shit. Wondering how all this started, you left me broken hearted. You flip my words, yeah this love hurts, keep talking all your shit.